4-0. Trying to go 5-0. Thursday night against the Rams, the Arizona Cardinals. Fresh off the home win in dramatic fashion over the Dolphins. He's Ken Whisenhunt joining us on the show. Let me start with the obvious question. I don't know if it's an obvious answer. How surprised are you that you're 4-0, Coach?
I'm not surprised, Dan. I think when you win 7 of your last 9 games last season, excuse me, and you get a lot of the same guys back, you feel pretty good about having a strong start. That was one of our focuses in the off season, and so far we've done okay.
It's been about defense. I know people have focused on quarterbacking situation, also lack of a running game. How good is this defense?
Well, they've been pretty good. They've kept us in games, made plays, but, we found a number of ways to win. I think it's overlooked sometimes that our special teams have made some big plays. They blocked a punt against New England, which was big. And at critical times, our offense has made some big plays, too. So, it really is a team effort, but our defense is definitely carrying the flag for us right now.
Some coaches, managers say you don't lose your job due to an injury. At your quarterbacking position, can you lose your job due to an injury with Cobb and Skelton?
Yeah, I don't know about that policy. I hear people talking about that all the time. I think what we've always done is we base our decisions on what player gives us the best chance to win. I think we've been pretty consistent with that, and I guess over the last 13 games, it's worked out pretty well for us.
But you've gone back and forth, so you know that you got 1A and 1B at the quarterbacking position.
Yeah, they've both done well. I mean, Kevin's done well over this stretch, and John did well for us at the end of the season last year. So, we said that in camp, and that's a big reason why we feel good about that position.
Is Cobb your starter?
Well, he's going to start this game, Dan. That's we know that until John's healthy and ready to go. We don't really have to make a decision.
Oh, so that will be a decision that you're going to come across that when Skelton gets healthy.
Oh, I'm sure that at some point we're going to have to make a decision, I think. But, we had to make a decision in training camp. I remember a lot of people kept saying, well, you got to make a decision by week 2 or you got to make a decision by week 3. And, we are going to make that decision when we feel when that chance comes up. And like I said, we're going to go with the player we think gives us the best chance to win.
How different is Cobb this year?
He's done a nice job for us. When we made the decision to go with John at the start of the season, we said the chances of a quarterback making it through the whole year are not good. And, we thought we'd make it through at least one game maybe. But Kevin's done exactly what we thought he would do. He's come in and he's played well, and you got to give him credit for that.
He's Ken Whisenhunt, Arizona Cardinals, joining us, Dan Patrick Show. I saw on the Cardinal Media Guide that you worked the scoreboard at Augusta when you were a teenager.
I did. Great experience.
So you would have to do those, you would have to slide in the numbers, like manually, you had to do that in the big scoreboard as you walk into Augusta?
Well, I did it on the 18th green, and usually, there's a lot of people around there, and they don't know what's going on the other parts of the course. So when one of those panels come down, thousands of heads turn up to look at that scoreboard. So it's pretty exhilarating being a scoreboard attendant when you slide that panel back up and people clap or they moan. It's a really an interesting dynamic.
Did you ever screw up?
No, I was just a little worker bee, so I was just doing what I was told.
Who won that year?
Well, I tell you what, Larry Mize won one of the years when he made the chip in on 11.
Yeah. You played Augusta?
I have.
And?
I have. And I've been very fortunate and played well. I think I nipped you by about 9 shots. I was
83 the first day, 81 the second day. So you shot 72.
I shot even par, yeah.
Wow.
I had to make a 10-footer on 18 to save par, and it was like I'd won the Masters just to be able to shoot even par.
Is there a second source on this, Ken?
Yes, there is.
Well, who?
Well, I can't give that up.
well, wait a minute. Wait,
Dan, you should know I have to protect my
your sources. Okay, what's more likely to happen? You would break par at Augusta, or the Cardinals go to the Super Bowl again?
Wow, I would say more likely to happen is Cardinals going to the Super Bowl again.
What would you rather have happen?
Cardinals go to the Super Bowl again.
All right. But you thought about playing professionally, didn't you? Golf?
Well, I think whenever you have a good round, you always have those thoughts that kind of dance through your head. But the reality of the situation is I think I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
What's more frustrating?
You know what? I tell you what, they're both are at times, but I think that football is a team sport, and when you do it, there's so many guys. Just the feeling you get from your teammates and 60,000 people in your stadium. It's really indescribable. So that to me is special.
If I put Patrick Peterson up against Devin Hester, as far as return skills, where is he on that level right now?
Well, I'd say he's at par with Devin Hester, but he doesn't have the resume of Devin. He's got so many more touchdowns because he's done it over time. But as far as athletically and as far as being able to make a play, make something out of nothing, Patrick can do that. The only difference is Patrick hasn't done kick returns for us. He did it in college, and that would be another thing that he would do very well.
Yeah, he even said he'd like to return less and play more corner when he was on a month ago with us. But he's just such a weapon. Are you greedy at times and you say, look, I got to put him out here. He can make plays.
Well, I think he's such a dynamic player that you, just like we've been using him in the Wildcat. You can't put him out there too many times, but you certainly want to make sure that you give him some opportunities because at any time he can make a game-changing play. But
you see him being a little bit more involved in the offense?
Oh yeah. I'd love to have that.
Well, good luck Thursday night against the Rams. Congrats on the start so far, Ken.
Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it.
All right. That's Ken Whisenhunt, Cardinals head coach.